dinner, which is fried chicken. And I'm actually in the process of making that cookie video. So we're gonna need a skillet and then a pot thing, pot, whatever. Then we're gonna need some corn muffin mix, some Kellogg's Corn Flake crumbs, vegetable oil, a box of shells and cheese, and a vegetable. Okay. Oh, and of course, there we go. Some chicken, which is actually, I won't say sanitary. Well, I'm not contaminating anything, so that's my point right there. Gonna turn this up. I like to turn up really high, and then put some oil in. Put the oil away. Oh, also, I already got them out, but you're gonna need eggs too. I got them out for the cookies. So, yeah. Then, I have to move this. I'm gonna get a cutting board. These two things. No, I'm not gonna need this. And two containers for chicken, a fork, and a knife. I don't know, hold on. Okay, there you go, you can see. And I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. It may not look like it at first, but I am very sanitary with chicken. Or careful with it? I don't know. Okay. So dump some crumb thingies into one of the containers. Then get some eggs. I've used like almost a whole carton of eggs in one day. I like 5 eggs for breakfast because I really like eggs. And you just, I mean, it's no use in one, I guess. And then scramble them up. So we just recently started using the corn flakes for breading again. We used to use flour, so you can either do that too. I don't know why I'm like talking as if this is like some sort of cooking show. It's not. I'm just filming it on board. Should have taken the cover off the knife first. But anyway, if I were to use flour, I would put salt and pepper in this. I don't think it needs salt and pepper, honestly. So yeah, a lot of the time, this white stuff on here, I cut off because it's gross. Even though my mom thinks it's not, it is. It's disgusting. It's like fat or whatever. Then cut it into strips or pieces or whatever you want to call them. And then put it aside for the oven. But, so grab one of the pieces, put it in the coating first, the dry coating, and then the egg, and then back into the coating. Sometimes I'll put one or two pieces of chicken in the dry coating and put a lid on it and shake it up, because I'm too lazy to do it piece by piece and make sure it's all coated or covered completely. And then even though you can't see it, I'm going to take the whole bin and put the chicken in the oil that obviously isn't all that hot yet, but whatever. One thing I don't like about this Kellogg's Corn Flakes Shake and Bake, whatever you want to call it, is how it gets so wet and clumpy. As I was saying, I had to take those cookies out of the oven. But yeah, it gets really wet and clumpy, and it just doesn't want to stick because it's all in clumps, and those clumps don't want to stick to the chicken, so I end up adding a lot more. I think a lot of the reason why it gets clumpy and weird is because I don't let the egg completely drip off. I get let chunks of egg get into it. I literally just did that. So at this point, I decided to stop talking in the video because my mom came home from being at the neighbor's house or something. And so for the rest of the video, I'm either just gonna do a voiceover in some parts and then music in the other or something. But currently I'm just spreading the chicken and putting it into the oil. And right here, I decided to film myself doing the dishes because, I don't know, why not, I guess. It's something I typically do when I'm doing, cleaning videos from my cleaning Instagram account. Right here, I'm just flipping the chicken, and for some reason, when I'm frying chicken, I always sort of let it sit for too long, and it ends up getting, darker than I really wanted it to be. And even later on when I ate it, it was kind of, dry because of, how long I let it, cook for, but whatever. And here's me doing, more dishes again because there are more dishes to do. I really don't know why I decided to film myself doing the dishes, but whatever, I guess. And now I'm pouring the shells and cheese noodles into the boiling water. And once again, I honestly ended up forgetting about the noodles. And I thought they'd be like overcooked or something, but in the end it was like on like a low settings, or I guess a low setting is what you could call it. And honestly, they were fine. They weren't even cooked all the way. And then here I'm starting on the cornbread, and I'm using a small round cake pan because I couldn't find the loaf pan for some reason. Typically, we would make in like a cupcake tin or pan or whatever, but I'm too lazy to do that. So I usually like to use the loaf pan, but I couldn't find it, so I just use a cake pan instead. Here's me putting oil in the cake pan so that the cornbread doesn't stick, and, hold on. Yeah, I did end up dripping some of it onto the floor, which isn't something that typically happens, so, but it did. Once I finally remembered that, the chicken was still cooking, I checked on it and it was done, so I just pulled it out and put it on a paper towel, so. And here I'm draining the, shells and cheese noodles into the strainer, and then adding the cheese into the pot, which honestly was a lot more, hold on, it was a lot more melty than it usually is when I put it, I guess you could say put it in the pot or squeezed it out of the package. I don't know, it was because it was really hot in the kitchen between like cooking and baking and just being overall hot in my house for some reason. So the cheese got kind of melty because it was sitting on the counter for a while before I used it, but it made it really easy to get it all out. So, and then here's me putting the noodles into the pot. And I try not to use the spoon to scrape the noodles out of the strainer into the pot because the spoon had cheese on it. And if the strainer gets cheese on it, then I'm gonna have to like wash it, and I'm too lazy to do that. This is the last clip I recorded because everything was pretty much done. Pretty sure the peas were probably done too. I just put them in a bowl and put them in the microwave. And we just waited on the cornbread for a really long time. But yeah, that was pretty much it, so.